So back again, I was able to pull up Valerie's availability based on her hiring when she did her application. Again, once she comes in the system, you can actually put in her availability. The way you put in someone's availability is also in the hub as well, section as well. So and again, once you have the schedule open, it should pull up. And you just click on that tab or the upper tab. To actually edit people's availability, you actually go down into below the schedule that we were at, drop it down to this little person thingy, roster. Your roster is gonna have everyone in here. You can filter it by staff, and then just go through. So person that you would be adjusting their availability, for example, we'll assume that this RX retail tech is Haley. You click on that person, the bottom here, let me call it availability. And then here, you'll just go ahead and add. And in terms of availability, you just put in their time frame. So for example, Sunday, they're not available, then leave it at that, or they're not even able to work, then you just click that and it will just automatically convert it to not available. And then if you unclick it, it'll be totally available. So you just have to mess around with that. So for example, Sunday, she tells you her availability is none, then obviously not available. Go on to Monday, she's able to work, 11 to 7, then you just put that in. And then you just go on and so forth. So then when you make the schedule, you can see exactly their availability based on these time blocks that were set when you make the schedule. When you close the tab out, when you open the schedule back again, you just have to redo the same thing. So go through and take out everyone. And then you further filter it out, people that we weren't available on their schedule for the week. Frances' name also pops up. Just make sure you take hers off. These are the current people we have, so that's pretty good for now. Oh, my name. So there we go. So here again, if I remember, Haley's availability here was Tuesday. She's able to work 9 to closing. So I'm gonna go back here and I'm just gonna start filling her out. So Tuesday, looks like we need someone, so I'm gonna put her in 8 to 5. Longer shift, you have to consider, someone's able to work the longer shift. And that's when you probably just want to have a quick conversation, just let them know, whether or not they're okay. They rather long shifts, short shifts, or whatnot, and go from there. Obviously, company needs is supersedes kind of their requests, so we do need them to work a certain specific time of shift, and we kind of just have to state that. But again, kind of best want to work with the your team, so then they don't drop off the system or whatnot. So for now, 8 to 5, that looks pretty good. And again, you can see here during that Tuesday, they still want one more person from 8 to 2. And again, whether or not I can fit it or not, that's a different story. So you kind of just have to work with your availability currently. So right now, based on, I have Valerie 8 to 5. Looks pretty good for that day. So then I'll go back to Valerie. She's going to be able to do Wednesday as well, full availability. So I'm going to start keying her in. So for We're at Wednesday right now. I'm gonna put her in for 8 o'clock to 2. And she's part-time, so part-timers are between up to max of 29 hours. Obviously, if you need a part-timer to work more, that's okay. You just don't want them, they just don't want it to be consistently that much. So here, I put her in 8 to 2. There's still a small time block where it's needed, where she's needed. So I'm just gonna drag her shift out an extra 15 minutes, so I'll clear that block. I can drag it more as well. Seems like we're under hours, or at least we have a lot of hours. So I might even just drag her all the way to 3 o'clock. And that's pretty good. So for that looks pretty good for now. All in the while, you want to factor in, your people, how many hours they're working as well. So right now, I do want to try to take out a couple of Tam shifts again. Don't think she's able to work 5 days in a row for 29 hours. So we'll go back and revisit that in a moment. Let's go through again. We'll try to fill out Haley's shift. So Haley, Thursday, she again seems to have full availability. So again, I'm gonna try to. Do we need an extra person? So it's kind of, some of these shifts are gonna be a little fuzzy. So again, I might have her do a shorter shift then on that day. So 8 to 2. That looks pretty good for now. Tuesday, then you can see a lot of some overages. It's because I'm sorry, Thursday, and I guess they just don't need that many people working. So there's a chance where I'm going to go ahead and start cutting Tam shift down, so then we can try to best allocate and just adjust her shift so she doesn't have to work that many hours. In that case, I might even just have Valerie just work 8 to 4 then. And then what I would do is cut Tam, maybe even, maybe even just cut her full shift. So you want to cut someone's shift, just click on their whole shift, the bottom tab here, you just do unallocate. Unallocate will just pull that shift and remove it. So there you go. Removed her shift. There you go. It looks a little bit better. And then again, Tam drops to 23 hours, which is fine for me. I'm not sure it's fine for her. So we'll see. We'll go from there. So for now, that looks pretty good. We'll go back and again, go back to the same. Jump out the week. I will just click on that little calendar thingy and just drop it out to whatever week that you're working on. Friday is when we definitely need the coverage. So let's see if Valerie can do that. Friday seems kind of weird. She unclicked off afternoon, but she can do evening. So once she comes in the system, then that's something that we might have a conversation with her and see what's going on there, just to fix that availability piece. For now, just check back her. Oh, it was like evening, so let's see. Again, everyone seems like it has evening availability on Friday, but no morning, so that's something we need to consider. Right now, I'll still put her in then, maybe 5 p to 10. And just to, I would even use that as a way to overstaff the evening, so then in case we do get backed up, then we at least the evenings we can knock off everything with an overstaff of people. So something that you want to consider as well. And so that in that case, I might even drag out Miriam's shift a little longer, just to help cover the understaffing in the morning. Again, this is where we'll need once I complete the schedule, then I'll start reaching out to people to see if they can cover. So I'll reach out to, we usually have to reach out to other store members or even to Jessica, and then ask for help in terms of, checking to see who might be available, who might be able to cover some of these critical shifts that our store people can't. And then again, we're going to go back into Saturday then and finish that out. And with Valerie, again, she is not, so that's fine. We'll go from there. So for now, Valerie's hours are around 27. So looks pretty good for her. So right now, you can see here we're at 340. Still way under demand, and with the extra 22 allocated hours. So again, this is probably didn't factor in, we still have the pharmacist hours to overuse. So if you do the 340 plus the 25 that I guess Jessica was talking about, what's the math on that? Plus, I can't do math. So we're at 365 even with the accounting for the pharmacist hours that hasn't been included into the schedule yet. So even then, we're still 30, 40 hours under demand. So technically, we still need one more person to even cover these shifts. So next person I actually had coming in is Destiny. Destiny's, again, as I mentioned, was a week or two behind Valerie in terms of the hiring process, in terms of background check and stuff like that. I do expect her to be able to start within this week. But can't guarantee based on the speed of HR getting her in. So in that case, I'm actually just going to start filling her shifts out, at least temporarily. So at least we can, if she comes to the schedule system, then at least we have some shifts ready to go for her. Her main one that I really wanted her to cover is going to be, she has full availability as a student. She's going to be full-time as well. So we're going to have her work, a good amount of shifts. So with that, I'm going to put her in definitely for that morning, Friday morning. So 8 to 5. Looks pretty good for now. Save, and go from there. So close that out and look at Friday. Again, Friday, definitely need a lot more people. So we'll have to revisit that. Another one, maybe morning on Tuesday again. Definitely after that Labor Day, I'm gonna put her in from 8 to 2. And again, here you don't have to really care about the exact time. I'm just gonna go back here, and then here you just want to fix let's make sure it's all technician, and then save and close that out. So you can see here, now with that amount of people, Tuesday is pretty good. So then here you just, I'll click on Tuesday. So the way you actually go and click on the specific day, just right here, just click on that day. And then you'll start just adjusting shifts accordingly, accounting for people who we might want to not have worked that many hours or whatnot. So perfect, Tam, I'm just going to cut her down to 9:30 to 2, just to continue just trying to give her only 20 or 25 hours, depending on what she wants to work. If she wants to work more, then you'll just have to adjust that. So right now we have the openers: Charles, Destiny, Valerie, Amy at 10, and then Uzma, and then Tam at 9:30. Closers, we have Miriam, Caesar, and then Haley, and then Amy. So here looks pretty good. Again, we could use maybe an extra hand here between 5 to 9. So again, if anyone can work those shifts, then even better. Potentially, the person I'll be thinking about will be Angie, based on her shift flexibility. So something to be aware of. Next person Next day we have to finish up Destiny shifts would be maybe, I'll put her in for Wednesday as well. So 8 to 2. Again, I put her in 8 to 2. So for now, it looks pretty good. And then I just need to fix up the shifts. You know, if I need to cut someone a shorter shift or extend their shift, this is where I would start doing that. Based on people we have, that looks pretty good. Again, since we do have extra hours, I might even extend Destiny's shift to 8 to 3 as well. Move on to the next day. Again, this is where I'm going to fill in Destiny's shift as well. Again, so I may do her, have her 9 to 2. Again, you see a bunch of overage, but again, factoring the fact that we are under hours, this is where I start just filling out shifts accordingly to best serve our needs, the store needs. So that's just where you'll start just keying people in. I don't really care right now about the optimization, so that's fine. And again, you can see here how I'm just gonna pull her shift up 30 minutes earlier, so then we can fill that time block. Evenings, have Anju, Tara, and Haley. And this is where I might start thinking about extending Valerie's shift since she is more openly available, or even Destiny, whoever, to specific times. So for now, I might even actually have both. I might have Destiny work a longer shift then, 8 to 5:30. That'll cover that little extra time block. And then Anju and Haley from 5:30 to closing then, or about closing. Here you see at 3 we're a little over, and I know Anju usually comes in like around 3:30. I'll just give her to 3:30 so she has some time to come in. Other than that, we're good there. It looks pretty good for that day. Again, we're back to Friday. Friday looks pretty good as well. Again, I might want to extend maybe even Miriam's shift to the 8. Just overpack the Friday night so at least we can get everything cleaned up based on not being able to fully staff the morning. Saturday, let's see, they are Destiny's available, so I might want to get her in as well from 9 to 2. Fix that little save, close, and then again pull out that tab, and you can see here again looks pretty good. I'll drag that again 15 minutes earlier, cover that time block. Looks pretty good for now. 8 to 4, 8 to 4. You got 3 technicians plus the pharmacist on Saturday morning. Looks pretty good. I might even just have her open completely, so 3 openers. So then you can see here I just dragged her shift from 8 to 2 then. Miriam looks pretty good at 25. Other Miriam 13. Tam again, we can put her in if necessary. Looks like closing looks pretty good for now. I might just extend Miriam shift to 9 then, so we allocate, I know 9 to 10. At least we have some extra help until 9 to start getting closing done. Other than that, that looks pretty good. I might even, since we do have a little bit extra hours, I might consider adjusting people their either Destiny or Valerie's shift as well. Valerie's part time, so again, you have to factor in her availability is up to probably 29 hours. Destiny, though, she is full time, so it will be 30 plus hours or more. So that's something you have to consider as well when you do make the schedule for the team. Full timers are 30 hours more. So she's pretty much almost maxed out here, so that looks pretty good. Haley at 22, that looks pretty good. And again, I'm just going to pop this up, and you can see here, it looks a lot better. Obviously, it took 45, 50, almost an hour to really make this schedule. So you can see here, it does take some time, especially during in stores. It becomes impossible to do this in stores. So something you have to consider is more than likely to do this at home. If you were to do it at home, you probably can just have Jessica just, for example, if your shift is 10 to 10, you can maybe just come in at 11 and then account for the 1 hour as working on the schedule. So that's something you can probably work out if you have to do this at home. But you see here from the start that we opened the schedule without adjusting to now, it looks definitely much better. Most of these blocks that the system calls for to have people, we did try to cover with most of the people that we have, including the incoming ones who, again, a lot of TBDs, but hopefully within the next 2 weeks, we will get them in and get them ready to go so they can work those shifts. Again, the critical point looks like it's definitely Friday. So this is where I would start pairing up with Jessica and reach out to her and just let her know so then she can start maybe asking her grad intern or extra pharmacist for help on that day. Again, all of these shifts did not account for the extra pharmacist hours, so that's something you have to be aware of as well. These shortage and time blocks probably would definitely be covered with the pharmacist, so something to keep in mind. Or even if these shifts, maybe some of these people can't work these shifts based on the TBDs, then maybe the pharmacist or whoever can work these shifts. So that's something you just have to figure out, work that out. But you see here so far, pharmacy schedule 374. Demand is 389. Again, we're still have the extra 22-hour flexibility, which can be subject to increase even more. And we won't know that though until Friday, the week of the schedule, the Friday prior to September 5th. So we're probably looking at September 3rd or something is when we'll know. That Friday is when we'll know if we have extra hours. But that's where it becomes very hard because we already made these, everyone's scheduled 3 weeks in advance. So the Friday of, I mean, even though we're given maybe 40, 50 hours, I'm not sure we can even work it because, people are already maxed out. Unless you have people who want more hours, then that's the time when you can start adjusting the shift. So you don't have to go into the shift to adjust it. You can just write it on the paper, on the actual printed schedule paper, and then do that. For now, it looks pretty good. I'm actually going to go ahead and go in and just maybe clean up the schedule a little bit more, and I'll show you how to print it then. I'll be back.